Hello everyone, and welcome to my corner of the world, and welcome to my online virtual class where we are going to be making 6 cards plus a gift box using the one sheet wonder technique. And the one sheet that we're using is from the Petals Designer Series paper pack, and you can see here these are the pieces that we've used as our main part of our cards. You will have received a link to the PDF of the instructions. These instructions show you each card, the supplies, and the sizes that you would need to trim the designer series paper if you didn't buy the full kit, plus step by step on how to assemble the cards. And the video is the main source of information for you to assemble your cards and your box. So this is card number 4, and in your pack you will have received the following supplies. You'll have your envelope, and then there will be a piece of vanilla. This is your insert. That's the bit you're going to go ahead and write on. You have a card base. You've got 2 triangles of Merry Merlot. You've got the piece of designer series paper. Let me see. It's this one here, and I've just cut it from corner to corner after I've trimmed it to make the triangles. You're going to have a piece of Merry Merlot cut with the pretty label punch. This is the punch that I've used on the projects here. And then you've got 2 pieces of vanilla cut with the same punch. Okay, you only need to use one, so I've given you one to practice and the other to use. And then of course you have your linen trim bow, and this is the trim that we've used on all the projects. Okay, so we're going to make a start here. So the first thing you're going to do is to attach your your triangles together. Now I'm going to use liquid adhesive. You can use snail, or you can use a glue stick, whatever you find works best for you. All right, and we're going to line these up, and you should have a small margin around each piece of decorative paper. And there we go. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of these, and I'm going to put the corners because it needs to support the points, like the right angle and the pointy bits here. And then I'm going to pop one in the middle of each, just again to give it a nice bit of support. There we are. So those are those pieces, and I'm gonna stamp my greeting. So my greeting I'm using for this one is the happy birthday. So we're using the Here's a Card stamp set, and if you ordered the full kit you will have this stamp set, as well as the Early Espresso ink pad. If you ordered just the supplies, then you will be using the stamp and ink from your own stash. I'm just going to stamp in the middle there. There we go. And then I'm going to take this piece of Merry Merlot, and I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise and just lay them down. And then again with my adhesive, whichever one you choose to use, I'm going to attach 1/2 to the bottom to make a, to make a border. If you can just see, I've just got it hanging out there to make a little border. And then I'm going to go in on the other side. I only put adhesive on one side at a time because otherwise I'm going to get my finger in it. But if you're more careful than I am, then you can go ahead and put adhesive on both sides at the same time. So I'm just going to ease that to give myself a nice even border top and bottom. There we go. Now of course there's going to be a gap on the back, but nobody's going to see that because we're going to that's going to be attached to the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick some dimensionals on the back of that as well. So those are those pieces. Now you will also be using some of this strip. We use this in the third card, and we're going to be using it in this card, and there's going to be another piece left over that you are going to use on the box. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of my card base, and then I'm going to attach this so that it is lined up on the one side, that it's not overhanging here, and it's nicely lined up. I'm just going to press that firmly, taking my paper snips, and I'm just going to trim that as close as I can so that that fits. So we're going to keep this piece. We'll need this piece for the box. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two triangles and I'm going to position them here. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to center it in this piece here, forgetting this piece. I'm going to center it in, if you like, my gap that I've got at the top of the card. Here we go. Let's take the backing off of my dimensionals. And I'm just going to place this one here so I know where my space is. And then I'm going to line this one up. Like that. And I'm going to leave quite a big gap in the middle. I don't want them lined up close because I don't want to lose any of the pretty flowers when I put my greeting on there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this one down, lining this top edge up with that point as best as I can, and trying to make sure I've got an even margin both sides like that. And then I've got my my label, greeting label. And I'm just going to pop it right smack bang in the middle there. And then I have my little bow. And so that's going to go on with a glue dot. And I'm going to pop it right underneath the happy birthday there. And then I'm just going to put a pearl, just a single pearl. I'm just going to pop that at the top just to give it some balance. The final thing is to put my insert in. This is the bit that you're going to write on. Like that, press firmly. And there you have the fourth card for your set. Hope you've enjoyed it. Look out for the next video with card number 5. Bye for now.